Welcome to Unveiled Mysteries. Today we uncover the unbelievable true story of an ATM glitch that turned a struggling bartender into a millionaire. Stay tuned to witness a tale of suspense, greed, and consequences. Meet Dunn, a bartender in Melbourne, living a simple life. Little did he know, a single night in 2011 would turn his world upside down, forever changing his destiny. It was an ordinary night. After a long shift, Dunn left work tired and decided to meet his best friend Mark at a nearby bar. But the events that followed were anything but ordinary. Mark, Dunn's closest friend, was already waiting at the bar. Together they shared drinks, laughter, and stories, unaware of the extraordinary night that lay ahead. Hours passed and the night grew darker. Mark left, but Dunn, feeling restless, decided to stay. Realizing he was out of cash, he stepped outside to find an ATM. He approached the ATM, hoping to withdraw just enough for one more drink. But what happened next was something he could never have imagined. His account balance was zero. His credit card limit was maxed out. Desperate, he tried transferring $200 from his credit card to his savings account. It was a long shot. The transfer failed. Dunn reinserted his debit card to check the balance. Zero again. Frustrated, he decided to try withdrawing cash anyway. To his shock, the ATM dispensed $200. Confused but thrilled, Dunn took the money and returned to the bar. That night, he drank to his unexpected fortune, unaware this was only the beginning. What would you do if you found a glitch like this? Join us in the next episode of Unveiled Mysteries to uncover how Dunn's fortune spiraled out of control. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The next morning, Dunn woke up groggy but couldn't stop thinking about the $200 from the ATM. Was it a dream, or had it actually happened? He opened his wallet. There it was, $200 in crisp bills. Reality hit him like a wave. But where had the money come from? Dunn rushed back to the ATM. His heart raced as he inserted his card. Would the glitch work again, or was it just a one-time miracle? He checked his balance, still zero. But when he attempted another withdrawal, the ATM dispensed another $200. The glitch was real. This was no ordinary ATM. Dunn decided to test the glitch further. With each attempt, the machine kept giving him money, despite his zero balance. That night, Dunn celebrated his newfound wealth, treating himself to dinner and drinks. But he couldn't shake the nagging thought, how long could this last? Dunn couldn't sleep. Questions filled his mind. Was he stealing? Could he get caught? Or was this just the universe's way of paying him back? The next day, he confided in Mark. Mark was stunned, but warned Dunn to be cautious. You can't get something for nothing, Mark said. Dunn ignored Mark's advice and returned to the ATM that night. This time, he withdrew $400. The glitch was consistent and unstoppable. This was no ordinary night. It marked the beginning of an obsession. The ATM had become Dunn's golden goose, and he wasn't letting go. The more Dunn withdrew, the bolder he became. Each night, he increased the amount, $800, $1,000, even $2,000. The ATM never failed him. When Dunn bragged about his fortune to Mark, his friend warned, "You're playing with fire. What if the bank notices?" But Dunn dismissed his fears. Dunn's fiancée started noticing his sudden spending. Lavish dinners, expensive gifts. It didn't add up. She began to suspect something was off. Despite suspicions, Dunn couldn't stop. Each withdrawal felt like a rush, a secret he was determined to keep at all costs. At work, his boss noticed changes too. How can a bartender afford these luxuries? Whispers of suspicion started to spread, but Dunn shrugged it all off. He was living his dream. Designer clothes, fancy dinners, and the thrill of outsmarting the system. But his fiancée had enough. "Where's all this money coming from?" she demanded. Dunn's refusal to answer ended their relationship. Alone and heartbroken, Dunn doubled down on the ATM. This was his escape, a dangerous obsession spiraling out of control. Mark tried to intervene one last time. "You need to stop, Dunn. It's not worth it." But Dunn couldn't listen. He was too far gone. This wasn't just about the money anymore. For Dunn, it was the thrill, the power, and the feeling of being untouchable. Months passed, and Dunn's withdrawals had skyrocketed. He was now taking out tens of thousands every week, living a life of unchecked luxury. At his workplace, rumors spread like wildfire. The bar manager was convinced something shady was going on and began keeping a close eye on Dunn. Meanwhile, at the bank, unusual patterns in ATM transactions caught the eye of an investigation officer. A case was quietly opened. Blissfully unaware, Dunn's lifestyle grew wilder. Private jets, luxury cars, and extravagant parties. It seemed like nothing could stop him. Mark, however, grew distant. He couldn't watch Dunn spiral out of control. Their friendship strained. Mark walked away for good. Back at the bank, the glitch was now a full-blown scandal. The investigation intensified as they zeroed in on a single account, Dunn's. But Dunn had grown careless. He missed a crucial transaction one night, leaving his account with a negative $1.6 million balance. The bank moved quickly. They flagged Dunn's account and escalated the case to law enforcement. Dunn's golden goose was cooked. Dunn knew the walls were closing in. He withdrew $80,000 in cash, the last of his stolen fortune, and went into hiding. Days later, police tracked him down. In a dramatic raid, Dunn was arrested, bringing his reign of riches to a crashing halt. As Dunn was led away in handcuffs, the weight of his actions finally hit him. The lavish lifestyle had come at an unimaginable cost. In court, Dunn faced the harsh reality. He pleaded guilty, but the bank's silence raised questions. They didn't want the glitch exposed. The media swarmed the story, dubbing it the ATM heist of the century. Dunn became an infamous figure overnight. Despite everything, Dunn was only sentenced to 1 year in prison. The bank's refusal to testify worked in his favor. Prison gave Dunn time to reflect. Was it greed, desperation, or sheer curiosity that had led him down this path? Upon his release, Dunn reconnected with Mark, who had remained his only true friend despite everything. Dunn chose a quiet life afterward, working at a local store. The thrill of the ATM glitch was a memory he would never forget. Dunn chose a quiet life afterward, working at a local store. The thrill of the ATM glitch was a memory he would never forget. The ATM glitch remains a mystery, and the bank never disclosed how it happened. Was it a system flaw or something deeper? The ATM glitch remains a mystery, and the bank never disclosed how it happened. Was it a system flaw or something deeper?